Hello, beautiful creative souls. Kyla Givehand here. I know some of you are shocked to hear my voice, to see me posting a video here on YouTube. It has been a while, I know. So let me start by saying thank you so much if you're still here hanging out on this channel. And to those of you that might be new, welcome. I'm glad you're here. So it has been a long time. I don't even remember how long it's been since I've posted here on YouTube, but I have been in the throes of running a business, caring for my mama, being a wife, and living my own life over here. And I've been spending a lot of time creating, restructuring, building my business behind the scenes. And so I've just not been on YouTube because it felt like another thing to do. But I noticed recently, as I have been cleaning and destashing my studio, that I need a little bit of mojo to kick in. And so I've been thinking about ways to do that. And one of the ways for me is to show up in some public space and share. That helps to inspire me to get back to my own creative practice, to recalibrate myself. And so that's what I'm doing. This is an attempt to begin recalibrating. And I thought, what better way than to start with one of the things I loved doing on YouTube, which was the Swatch With Me Sunday series. So thank you for joining me in this lovely swatching experience. So I'm not really teaching anything here. I'm just sharing this product that I realized I've had in my stash for years and have not used. And the more I fall in love with watercolor, the more this product seems reasonable for me to have. So this is the Dr. P.H. Martin's Hydrus Watercolors, and this is set 1 of 3. They have 2 other color sets, which of course after the end of swatching this, I realized I need those other 2. I'm not in a rush or a hurry to get them. I figure I need to continue to build my watercolor skills before I keep investing. I have hundreds of little pan watercolors. I don't think I need to go out and buy more. What I need to do is practice with the ones that I have. And so I'm on a journey to go back through old courses that I signed up for, books that I have purchased around watercolor, all the things to really help myself connect back into what it is that I love about watercolor. So I'm going through, and this is a notebook that I got from Jerry's Artorama. I'll drop a link below for you, along with a link for these liquid watercolors. I hear that they can be used in fountain pens, but listen, fountain pen friends, don't quote me on that. Don't go out and start dropping them into your fountain pens without checking that. I haven't done it yet. It's just something that I read. So I want to make sure that I tell you that so that you don't put them in your fountain pen and then you're upset with me if they don't work. But I have a few fountain pens over here that I feel safe experimenting with. I'll let you know how it goes once I do it. But in the meantime, I will say that these watercolors are vibrant. I love, they're highly pigmented. They flow well. They don't leave any kind of residue on the paper when they dry. I haven't done the blending with them yet, but I imagine that they are going to blend beautifully together. What I do notice about them is they are professional grade watercolors. So I did a little research and read up on their website, and they are in fact light fast, archival, all the things we would want them to be at a professional level of using watercolors. So if we're painting original and selling original artwork, we do care about archival, acid-free, things like that that can affect the legacy and longevity of our creations. So I invite you to leave me a comment below if you've used these watercolors. If you love them, hate them, like them, you can tell me all about it. I am getting to know them. I can tell you that this next one I'm about to swatch, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, but Gamboge, Oh my gosh, this is absolutely my all-time favorite yellow from now into eternity. I can't even imagine loving a yellow more than I love this one. It went on like this buttery sort of, buttery and watercolor don't seem to go together, but it just felt so smooth. And I mean, instantly when I put it down, I was like, oh wow. But I loved it even more when it dried on the page. It's such a creamy, almost like a gouache in a lot of ways. It's transparent, but with a little bit of opacity to it. I don't know how to describe it. It's just a lovely yellow, and I am pretty sold on it. I will say that out of the colors I swatched, the one that I think I liked the least was probably the carbon black. I think the carbon black isn't as dark as I expected it to be, but I understand that they have other blacks. For instance, this brand, this Dr. P.H. Martin's, they have a black India ink called Black Star Matte. I love it. I've been using it for years in my dip pens, my glass pens, or my glass dip pens. I've been using it for printmaking, I even use it, with the brushes. So it is a really deep black, and I love it. The carbon black didn't dry as dark as I would have liked. But I can see how it would be a really great color for shading, for creating some additional texture, and I think you could still use it for lots of other things, but it's not the blackest black that I've seen in terms of watercolor. So that's really my only complaint about this set. I'm not in love with the Hansa yellow light. It's kind of neon leaning for me. It leans a little too much towards neon yellow, but they made up for it, in my opinion, with that gamboge. I know somebody here is going to tell me how to pronounce it, and of course I know I can Google it. So as I bring this Sunday swatch with me to a close, what I will say is, first of all, thank you. If you've been hanging out and still over here on YouTube, finding my videos and connecting with me here, I appreciate having you in community. I have so many things that I have been doing and creating since the last time I shared here in this space. One of them is the Sacred Maker Soul Retreat. I'll tell you more about it next time I show up here on YouTube. But there are so many lovely offerings and things in my community. I hope that if you're new to me, you'll find your way to some of the classes and offerings that I have. If you've been here for a long time and you're already in the classes and the offerings, I hope to see you there. Thank you so much for watching and for letting me swatch with you. See you soon.